Hello, my viewers. If I dare, you are most welcome to my channel. Today, we are talking about Osman, a visitor who came visiting Masubo 1 and Gintu. These two are negative reactors from Yebo Anse, the villagers who really hate Ayamarua and who have been in front line when it comes to defaming Ayamarua. That one aside, we are focusing on this visitor who came in the village. He came visiting Masubo. Masubo had promised him a wife, and then they came to find out that this girl who was supposed to be his wife is Masubo's second wife, and a lot of shenanigans down there. Now, my people, I've always told you that when people unite together to fight you and you're innocent, the best thing you can do, keep quiet. Do not revenge. If you can use legal ways, if it is getting out of hand, you can use the legal way. If you cannot, if they are more mouthier than you may decide to just sit back and watch how things are going to unfold. But one thing I want to promise you is that God is the best avenger you can ever have. He never misses it. And we saw how these villagers who hate the travel commando, that's Marwa, the way they had united together, fighting him, defending him, being paid to defame him. And I'm sure that this Osman guy, he was among these people who have been supplying money in the village. He said it, that he contributed in building Masubo 1 and Gintu's house. And you see, these people, the negative sponsors, the negative donors from the West, what they do, and I said most of them are Black Americans, or they're just Africans who reside in the West. And if you ask me if I have earned my money so hard in correct way, I cannot waste my money sponsoring evil, because what I know, what goes around comes around. And God cannot bless me with money and then I use that money to waste on evil things, to sabotage someone who has done me no wrong, no evil. So, on the other hand, Osman is just paying the fruits of his labor. And trust me when I tell you that Osman came in the village, he bought the land on Masubo's name, and he might not live on that land. You see. Now, Gintu has disowned Osman. Masubo 1 has rejected him. Why? Because when this man came to, these people have always seen Ayamar. I told you sometimes back that these villagers who hate Ayamarwa, they literally want to be like him. Because they cannot be like him, the only defense mechanism they have around themselves is to make sure that now they hate what they want to be. If that makes them feel comfortable, now that's what they're embracing. There are people who are sadists and they feel comfort when they project their evil, their insecurities on other people. And that is the likes of Max 1, Gintu, Masubo 1. And these other villagers, look at people like Mogese and Ernesto Pasi. Last year, Pasi and Gintu were telling us that they want to host a party, an international party, just because in 2023, Ayamaro did it for 1 full month. And I feel like the jealousy came when people are coming in with a lot of goodies. Goodies from America, goodies from Jamaica, goodies from Uganda, goodies from Kenya, goodies from UK. And they saw that this man was benefiting. But it never held. In fact, Gintu and Pasi ended up differing. Now, when these people are uniting together and the money was flowing, the dollars was flowing in the village, we all remember how Max 1, Ernest, Masubo 1, they used to join together forces to do what? To fight Ayamarwa. These people, sometimes I wonder how Ayamarwa does it. Some of these people, they're fighting themselves. Gintu rising against Masubo, Ernest rising against Masubo, others rising against Mogese. The Nairobi teacher rising against BBTV. You see. And I said, do not, if someone has ever assisted you in whichever way, when you were down, you didn't even have money for food, you didn't have a job, someone held your hand, or you are just in a situation whereby you needed someone to mention you in places whereby you will receive you will receive affirmation, you receive recognition, the way my Nairobi teacher was given recognition and shout out with by Ayamarwa. And what did he do? People like JT Podcast, they decided to do what? To cut off, to destroy completely that hand that once fed them. And let me tell you this, these people, if you investigate their lives, they are miserable, because there's no way you're going to fight someone who has not wrong, who has never wronged you, someone who has assisted you, someone who you are feeding on his name, and he becomes so rich. No one has ever been rich out of hating others. Yes, some have succeeded, because even these villagers, some of them are building because of that. And for you sponsoring this evil in the village, making brothers to fight each other, your day is coming. You know, that money you are using, those dollars you are using to make sure that villagers in Nyaboanse are fighting each other, that money is going to go away. Because God still sits on the cross, on the throne. And in his word, he says he hates people who do what? Who cause atrocities, or who divide, who plant seeds of division among his brothers. These people in Nyaboanse, even though they hate each other, they're brothers. The best thing you could have done is to make sure they come together and live together peacefully the way they used to. Now, we've all known that the real scammers of Nyaboanse is not Ayamaro or his family. The real scammers of Nyaboanse are negative reactors from Nyaboanse. We've seen all the complaints here. Masuba One has said Ginto has been scamming people through his fake charity. Masuba One has said, Ginto has said Masuba One has been calling people through his second wife, lying to them that he's going to give them his second wife as their girlfriends, as their wives. Yet they have been just conning them. They have been using. He has been using the girlfriend, the second wife, as a bet to lie to these people. And when these people come here, when they are speaking, can think they are speaking the gospel truth. If you don't know Ayamaro or the family, because some of us started seeing Ayamaro 6 years ago, 7 years ago, when Ayamaro was just buying that land, when Ayamaro was building the parents' house, mansionette. So some of us, you cannot sway us, because you've seen Ayamaro rise from nothing to where he is. But you, who Ayamaro, made sure that you never struggle on your YouTube journey. You want to come here and bring him down, and you think God is going to allow you? Look at Mogesi. Mogesi and the family. They have been at Ayamaro's, working there. They have all their gadgets, their cameras, their phones. They bought from that place. They are using the same gadgets to do what? To backlash Ayamaro, to black paint him. And you think God is going to sit down and allow you? Most of you, one day you'll have to go and apologize to Ayamaro if you want it to be well with you. If you want peace in your lives, if you want everything to be okay with you, one day you'll have to go and say, Ayamaro, we are sorry. We were deceived because of money. We were greedy. Because by the time Ayamaro was building even that mansion, there was nothing like your donation. He did it from his hard work. And you come here, you hate on him so much that you want him to lose whatever to lose even his channel. Someone like JT Podcast, he was very humble when his channel was almost going. But because they used backdoor for the channel to come back, now he has come again. Full muscle to do what? To backlash Ayamaro. Yet he has nothing. Instead of humbling himself and asking people who have gone ahead of him so that they may assist him to know the way, to know how to make it, he's here trashing them. You'll talk about Ayamaro's son. You'll talk about the villa. You'll talk about the Ayamaro Land Cruiser. You'll talk about everything Ayamaro. Yet, when you look at him, he's miserable. Why can't you mind your business so that you may be where you want to be? Stop minding other people's business. Get busy with your own life. It will be well with you when you do that.